What the amazing news is. All right. So we do not need a to figure out where his apartment's at. We can just send it to the building. Well, I realized something here. So there are two sets of these buildings in this establishment. One is called low rises and one is called high rises. He's not in the low rises because we already checked over there. He's in the high rises. And we were able to get some interesting information that I found out that if you're suing somebody in a apartment complex, you don't have to have their address. You just send it to the apartment itself. That's all you have to do. So the address you gave here are low rises. You are there. You're in the high rises. I just got finished contacting them. So we're going back to the police. And we're initially getting ready to set up new criminal charges for Mr. Derek Franklin Williams. We know exactly where you're at and what building you're in. So you're a part of the high rises, which means now we don't even have to have your apartment number. We'll just send the documents there. They're going to send the documents to you. So I'm going to go down to the Allentown Police Department right now after this call. Remember this old message we have here, and I'm going to set up cyber stalking, cyber harassment, cyber bullying, terroristic threats, of course, to our company. And also, too, on top of that, there's impersonating a priest and all the stuff you were doing. And I'm going to print up all your pictures and all the information we got. And I'm going to take a big, thick folder down there to them, and I'm going to let them scan all that into the system. And then when we get all that information, I'm going to make sure that in every single document, that address is on there. That's where you're at. Your email address right here for the place building you're in. This is the address you're in, and that's the number to the building. So get ready. It's coming, buddy. See, I realized I said something's wrong here. He gave the address he's writing down is to the low rises. There's two sections in there. There's low and high. You're in the high rise unit because I noticed I can see that from your videos. We can see that you have a balcony right there next to your kitchen, and right there, that's how the high rises are built. That's how they're made. So, Mr. Williams, I found out that I don't have to have your apartment number. All I have to have is the apartment building that you're in. That's all I need. That's all I need. So I'm going to send this information over to my sister, who I told you she used to work for social workers and all that stuff. And we're going to start building this massive case on you. So we're going to have pretty soon police officers and Baltimore police officers on your front door. Because again, we're sending everybody there to that apartment complex. See, I'm thinking that we have to go through room after room. And the guy was like, no. You just need the building. That's it. The building was where it's located at. And if we find out that that building itself is not owned by the city, public assistance, and it is basically funded by somebody at the end of the day, we can sue them. The entire complex. Because the landlord is responsible. But from what I looked up, it is public housing. So with that being said, we don't need that. We don't need your address. We just need the building where you're at. And this is where you're at right now. That's apartment, your high rise you're in. So I'm gonna go over here. I wrote down all your information. We got your first name, last name, and middle name. We've got all your documents printed out. I'm gonna go down and file charges, and the new charges, I'm gonna update them with this address right here. So that means that your people who have this building will know, so they'll see some documents coming over from the courts, and they'll see documents coming over from the police district we had to follow it. And I also will be contacting and making an appointment with the FBI about the whole contacting my company. You have to understand, if you sit there and say, well, you're getting on me in person, no, you contacted my company personating a priest, a minister, claiming you was a minister. And then we find out, digging into your background, you're not a minister at all. And you're collecting donations from people. You're scamming people. So that's why FBI gets involved in that, because that's fraud. So I'm going to give FBI your address here. I'm going to give the police your address here. And I'm going to turn around and give my sister the address so that she can file charges in the apartment complex. I have your address. And When all that information hits their front desk, guess what they're going to do, Franklin? They're going to go in and they're going to dig you up because your face is attached to that. We got you here in Facebook carrying on with your face right there. Your face is attached to that, the Facebook channel, your face is on it, and they'll find you in no time at all in that building. They're going to know why they're going to reach out to us. We're going to explain to them at the end of the day, yeah, this is what we're about to do. We're going to file a lawsuit against your buddy in there. And on top of that, if we find out that you knew anything about him being in there, we'll file a lawsuit against your city. And we could do that. Also, on top of that, since we know where you're at, post office fraud charges are also coming too. So let me get ready to start setting up for that to send them down there too also. Let's see. Application for filing for post office mail fraud. Perfect. I'm going to start on that right now. So I can get my documents over here and I'm going to send all that your way. Yeah, I didn't know that. Buddy of mine was like, no, give me this freaking address. It's exact. You need the building he's in. So I noticed that the building you were giving off here is low rises. That's the low rises. You're in the high rises over there. That's a whole different section. So you thought that you'd be slick and give off this information right here, and we would come here and we wouldn't find your building. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll be sending documents to your building real soon. And I explained to them too, also, and over there, documents are coming. A lot of documents. And these are documents at the end of the day that they can't sweep under the rug. So all we need, I found out, was just your building. That's all we need. See, right here. And I got a bunch of lawyers downstairs I can have this conversation with. Yes, you can sue the apartment building even if you don't know the person you are suing and not even current in the building. So even though we don't know where you're at in the building, we can still sue the complex. So they're going to get that information soon from us. And the difference between you and me, the difference between me and you sent out nonsense. The stuff we're sending is legit documents showing proof of you committing these crimes in this building. Proof that you were basically running scams in the apartment complex, posing as a priest and begging for money monthly from people. Okay, Mr. Williams, I see you didn't contact me today. We knew that was you contacting us every month, carrying on and acting up. I've seen you've been pretty quiet all of a sudden. Well, now we know where you're at. You know exactly the building you're at. So we're going to start sending over some documents to the building and guarantee you enough of that stuff coming through. And keep in mind, as I said before, we're filing criminal charges against you on top of that also too. There's cyber crimes, which means in cyber crimes, we don't have to come to your state, you'll come to mine. And if you don't follow through on them, and you don't show up for that court date, what's going to happen is you're going to get a warrant for your arrest, and then they'll contact Baltimore police and they'll come pick you up. I told you we'll get you. I told you. He thought because he was tucked away in one of them apartments somewhere that no one was going to be able to get him. You don't know the law, do you? Yeah, we can come and get you on that one. Yeah, easily. We got your apartment building. That's all we need. All right, buddy. I got to go. I got work to do. Fernando, we're filing today for you. I'm just waiting for us to get ready to go. And I got to go to the courthouse and file a lawsuit against you. And you posted my pictures about my permission. I never gave you permission to do that at all, period, right? All right, then. Hope you got $175,000 laying around. You're going to need it. Got to go.